Hello everyone, welcome back to your own channel. How you guys doing? So today we'll be continuing our Saturn series, Saturn transit series, and for one another ascendant. But we are not covering the ascendant because we already completed that series. This series will be for particular ascendant when Moon will be sitting in different houses. What results it will going to give based on the Saturn transit. So we already covered Leo ascendant, Virgo, Libra, and today we'll be covering one more ascendant, which is Scorpio. And for Scorpio ascendant, Saturn will be transiting by the end of the March in the sign of Pisces in their fifth house. So when Saturn will be transiting to the fifth house of Scorpio ascendant, what results it will going to give for Moon when Moon will be sitting in different houses of Scorpio ascendant. So that we'll be going to talk today. Okay, so I'm not going to get into all the details which I always talk in my videos because I've already discussed that multiple times. So if you guys are not aware of those details, please go and watch my other videos in my series which we are continuing right now, and you will get to know that how we should interpret the result and how we should blend the result of Saturn transit through ascendant and then Saturn transit through that particular ascendant with different moon signs, and also what all things we should be taking care of while analyzing the results. Alright, so let's start this video. So when Moon will be sitting in their second house for Scorpio ascendant, it will be in the sign of Sagittarius, and Moon is their ninth lord. Okay, so when Moon is in the second house, it will going to give you, generally it will going to give you results of the second house related things. Your mind, emotions will be focused on those things which are related to the second house. And also Moon in Sagittarius is always good in terms of what person wants achieve. They are very focused on their aim. So that is what Moon is, but we're not here to talk about that thing. So now when Moon Saturn will be transiting to the fourth house, not to the fifth house, because fifth house is from ascendant and we are not talking about ascendant, we are talking about Moon lagan now. So if you make this house as lagan, then Saturn will be transiting to the fourth house in the sign of Pisces. So now here what results it will going to get, that is different. But first of all, placement of the Jupiter in the chart becomes very important because Moon and Saturn both are sitting in Jupiter sign. So if your Jupiter is not sitting good in your natal chart, then definitely there would be difficulties related to the matters of both houses, because dispositor theory always works, and accordingly we have to check the Jupiter condition in Scorpio ascendant people. Okay, now when Saturn is transiting fourth house. So what is fourth house? Fourth house is about your mother, homeland, your home, your happiness, your land, property, conveyance, vehicle. All these things are checked from fourth house. So when Saturn will be transiting here, the chances are good that you may get good results, or your mind will be focused on the things related to the fourth house, because Moon is about mind and emotions, right? And if there are no malefic influences on these two planets and Jupiter is sitting good, then most probably you will be getting some good results of fourth house related things, so that your mind will be at peace or happy and your emotions will be good, or maybe you will take good decisions regarding the matters of this fourth house. So wherever Saturn will be transiting from Moon, those house related matters, your decisions matters, right? So your decisions would be good or bad depending upon the influence on that particular house and Moon and Saturn. Based on that, your decisions will be, see, because Moon is always about emotions, decisions, mind, all those things. So that is why transit from Moon becomes important. Okay, so this is how you will going to interpret the fourth house thing. Now when Moon will be sitting in the third house of Scorpio ascendant, which is the sign of Capricorn, so here automatically Moon becomes very structured, very disciplined, because of the Capricorn sign. Now this disciplined approach Moon, now Saturn will be transiting into the third house. So third house is what? Third house is about your younger siblings, your neighbors, your desires, your communication, short distance travel. So maybe you guys going to get some short distance travels, or maybe there could be short distance journeys which you have to do. Either it could be related to work, most probably, but normally also. And there could be few things in maybe your mind start working towards your relationship with your siblings, or maybe some work you may start doing for them, So that those kind of a things is very much possible, that maybe you are more focused on what your siblings are doing, or either they need your help or you should look on them. Maybe they are studying, then their study will become very important for you, that they should be doing good. I'm just giving an example of all these things. So these things can be part of your thinking or thought process when Saturn will be transiting to the third house. Okay? So this is how you will going to interpret the results, and more maybe communication will become very important for you. You guys should may start working on your communication, or uh, maybe start improving your communication if that is not really great, or maybe you feel that okay, this is the high time I should do it. So those kind of things. Now when moon will be in the fourth house in the sign of Aquarius for Scorpio ascendant, because Aquarius is a sign where moon is little fluctuating, as I always mention, that sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes happy, sometimes sad. So those kind of things. So this moon is very fluctuating. So when Saturn will be transiting second to it, the matter related to second house. And what is second house? Second house is about family. Second house is about speech, food intake, your income. So all these things, your maybe the things, your emotions related to these things may start fluctuating during this period. Why? Because moon is already in a sign of where it gets most fluctuations, and then the second house matters. I've already told you, and Saturn will be transiting and activating those matters for second house, and your mind and your moon or your emotions will start thinking towards that, or start reacting towards those situations or things of the second house. So that is where you may see main focus of yours for next 2.5 years, where your emotions and your mind will be focusing on. Okay. Now when moon will be in Pisces or in the fifth house for Scorpio ascendant, this is the sign where Saturn will be transiting, right? So this is the major Sadhisati period for you. Yes, Sadhisati will be in the fourth house and in the sixth house also when moon will be sitting there, but this is the major one because Saturn will be transiting over your moon for 2.5 years, and this period will become little emotionally disturbing because Rahu will already be there when Saturn will be transiting, and Ketu will be aspecting it. So moon will be surrounded by 3 malefic planets, which gonna majorly impact moon conditions, moon condition in your chart, and maybe your emotions can vary a lot during this time, and especially related to fifth house matters, because moon is sitting in the fifth house, and Saturn will also be transiting to the fifth house from lagan. From moon it is in the moon sign, which is again fifth house, right? So obviously when it is transiting over moon, that is, it is transiting over you as your lagan. So what is moon? Moon is about your emotions, moon is about your mind. So maybe your mind will get very disturbed, fluctuating, or your emotions can go up and down very easily during this period. But again, you have to see the condition of Jupiter. If Jupiter is sitting strong, then definitely will going to benefit you. If suppose Jupiter is sitting here, right, your Jupiter is exalted and it is straight away aspecting your fifth house, so which is very good. So maybe the conditions will totally differ for you. Maybe you guys will not going to have that too much effect of Sadhisati during this period, or your moon will not get too much disturbed. But if suppose your Jupiter is sitting in the third house, right, it is debilitated and it is not even aspecting this house, or maybe some other worse conditions are there, then definitely this will going to affect a lot to your emotion sides. Okay. Now when moon will be sitting in the sixth house of Scorpio ascendant, Saturn will be transiting 12th to it. So 12th to it means that there could be chances of a travel, foreign travels, long distance travel, because that is what is 12th house, right? And maybe there could be a period of isolation. Maybe you prefer isolation, or you prefer to do meditation a lot, or sitting alone thinking, deep thinking, because it's a Pisces sign, and again 12th house from the moon, which is again Pisces house. So those things will going to affect a lot, and so yeah, the effects of those things will be more in your life when Saturn will be 12th to moon, transiting 12th to the moon. Okay. Now when moon will be sitting in the 7th house of Scorpio ascendant, it is the sign where it's get exalted. So moon is in very good condition, and also Saturn will be transiting 11th to it. So 11th house, Saturn will always give good results, either it is from lagan or from moon. So maybe you can be very happy towards your elder siblings, or relationship may get very good, or emotionally you guys are get well connected during this 2.5 years, or maybe you meet a lot during this time, or there could be some recognition, some gains for you, either monetary or just in the terms of rewards. That could also be a possibility. Network circle, social networking, that could be a big part, playing a big part in your life for next 2.5 years emotionally, because that is where the Saturn will be transiting from moon. Okay. Now when moon will be sitting in the 8th house, so moon is already in the 8th house, and 8th house is obviously is a sign of debilitation for moon in a Kalpurush Janam Kundli. So here moon is not obviously very comfortable, and also it is the sign of Mercury, which is not a friendly planet. But Saturn will be transiting 10th to it, right? So 10th transit from moon, or the 10th house from moon, becomes very important in terms of the career, and obviously Saturn will be transiting there, so it can give you a good change in your job, or a change in your job, or maybe you will get a new job which can help you. But it's not for everyone, but definitely there are some good chances. Okay. Dispositor condition will always going to work, and we have to evaluate it before making any prediction, and also what kind of a dasha you guys are running. Only then there could be some job changes, otherwise it will not going to give you that. So please don't expect that every Aquarius ascendant where moon will be sitting in the 8th house will going to get a job, new job, or a job change. Okay. Now when moon will be sitting in the 4th house, sorry, 9th house from for Scorpio ascendant, it is sitting in its own sign, so it is a pretty stable sign for moon. And also moon, Saturn will be transiting 9 to it. So 9th is again a trikon. A trikon and kendra placement is always good from moon or lagan also. So it's going to give you good results of related to traveling, like long distance travel, religious travel, travel to gurus, or maybe some higher education is also possible. Okay. Maybe you guys can travel outside for higher education, that is also one of the aspect. Or maybe you can travel to your father, or traveling with father is can also be there. But just be cautious with your father's health if anything happens. But if nothing, then that's fine. And not always it is necessary that will going to affect your father's health, but yes, it can. So just be very careful on that side. So those are the things you guys can experience emotionally, and your mind can play a big part over there. Now when moon is sitting in the 10th house of Scorpio ascendant, the Saturn will be transiting 8th to it. So 8th sign again is a typical not a very good sign in the Dushtana house. So here the emotions can go up and down very quickly, because that's a sign of sudden ups and downs. Interest towards occult, astrology, stock market can get enhanced, or can get a boost, because moon is transiting to the 8th, sorry, Saturn is transiting to the 8th house. Maybe you can start increasing the interest towards reading, or learning astrology, or visiting astrologers. Those kind of things can happen. Okay. Maybe your mind will take you towards those things, or some kind of a research analysis, those kind of jobs. When moon is sitting in the 11th house of Scorpio ascendant, then Saturn will be transiting 7th to it. So now the moon and your mind will go or work towards these 7th house related things, which is the partnership, marriages, business, public facing, because 7th house is about masses. So maybe public appearances, your social media appearances, all those connecting with people could be a big part here. And also maybe interacting socially with people, not just that on a very high platform it is always necessary. It totally depends whether it would be on a big or small platform, or just around with your own friends and all. Social life can get a boost. But even marriages are also possible when Saturn will be transiting 7th to moon. But depending upon other conditions also, 7th lord moon, here in this ascendant, the Mercury and Jupiter placements are very important. So all these things will going to play a part. Okay. Now when moon is sitting in the 12th house of Scorpio ascendant, the Saturn will be transiting 6th to it. Now the mind and emotions will start working towards the 6th house related things, which is law, litigation, competition, services, underprivileged people, maternal uncle or maternal aunt side. So those things your mind will take you there, not on every aspect, It could be either one of them or two of them, or sometimes more than that. But definitely those things will gonna play a part in terms of your emotions and your mind, because now Saturn will be transiting 6 to it, so it is going to activate that house. Also, because Saturn is a planet of karma, and it is going in the 6th house from the moon, so definitely it will going to give things related to your or maybe change things related to your job environment or something, because competition, it's house artha, house services, so all these things are related. So it can give you some changes or something related to that. Your mind will react on those kind of a things. Okay, so when moon is in the lagan, so moon is debilitated here, and moon and your lagan is the same, so 5th house related matters become very important. But maybe moon can give you a disturbance related to those matters, because moon is already debilitated. And also, if there is no Neech Bhanga Raj, Neech Bhanga is there, and maybe if other factors are not supporting, moon is in a bad position, or maybe getting more afflicted by some other planets sitting in your natal chart, then definitely results can be more I would say more towards negative side in terms of emotions or thinking or thought process related to 5th house matters. Okay, so alright guys, this is all from this video. Also, if you don't know where your placements of planets are, where your Saturn will be transiting, what about moon lagan, and if you want to learn those, if you want to read the articles, you want to get the consultation, any astrological reports, or if you want to understand the different courses, you want to learn astrology, all those kind of things, you can visit to my website shikharvats.com, and you can contact me for all other things, all other services. If you want to opt for anyone, then I'll definitely be helping you guys in that. Okay, so alright guys, thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share this video, comment. I will try to answer as much as possible. Alright, see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye.